Good morning, America. Bracing for the deep freeze, growing trouble for a Trump nominee, and news on popular weight loss drugs. Winter blast on the move. Parts of the Midwest and Northeast bracing for more snow. The whiteout conditions on the roads. A train crashing into a tractor trailer stuck on the tracks in the snow. Wow. Ginger's tracking the new storm and the deep freeze on the way.
New details on the stowaway who flew to Paris. How the TSA says she slipped past security in New York to get on the flight.
Will another Trump nominee be forced out? A growing number of senators have signaled they are not behind Trump's defense secretary nominee, Pete Hegseth. Who is the president-elect considering to replace him?
New hope in the JonBenet Ramsey investigation. Her father responding to reported progress in finding the 6-year-old beauty queen's killer.
Breaking news. The new study on the 2 medicines approved to treat obesity. Which one helped users shed more weight?
And are you ready to step into Christmas or jump?
I believe in us. We can do this.
Hopefully, we did a little better. We're unveiling something special this morning. Like the Rocket Man says, we're sending you this Christmas card to say it's nice to have you here.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Who were you calling on the phone? How old was that phone?
There was nobody on the other end. It's all for the moment.
For the moment. Can you believe 21 days until Christmas Day? Also this morning, we have Mindy Kaling. She will be with us in our next hour. Looking forward to her.
Yes, we are. And also this morning, the Points Guy is here with an exclusive look at his 2025 travel trends report, what to expect as you book vacations for the new year, and ways you can save no matter where you're flying out of, including smaller cities.
Plus, with holiday spending at record levels, that means millions of packages on their way. We're going to tell you the new way some people are protecting themselves from so-called porch pirates.
We also have exclusive new details on a Chinese hacking and espionage campaign that's targeting mobile phones. There's new information about how many people had their data breached, who was targeted. But we begin with the new storm that's on the move right now. More snow is on the way from Michigan to the Northeast. Trevor Ault is in Adams, New York with the latest on that. And Trevor, I see you jumping around to stay warm out there.
Hey, yes, George, it is quite cold this morning, and we are in a very brief intermission between weather systems. They've already had close to 4 feet of snow here. You see it all piled up, and more is likely on the way, as we've already seen several deadly incidents from this dangerous winter weather across the region.
This morning, millions bracing for the cold as a new bitter blast of snow moves across the Great Lakes. Soldiers digging out at Fort Drum, New York, where 63 inches fell. Ohio declaring a state of emergency in several counties due to winter weather. One school closing down after the roof collapsed under the weight of the snow.
Right now, we cannot use any part of Lakeside High School.
Gusty winds and whiteout conditions causing chaos on the roads. In Pennsylvania, I-90 near Erie shut down for hours after a multi-vehicle crash. The snow so bad in the area, people left their cars scattered across the city, roofs collapsing there too.
Are they gonna be able to stop?
Probably not.
And this frightening moment, a tractor trailer stuck in the snow on train tracks.
Oh, man.
That train plowing right into the truck.
Wow.
Luckily, no one was hurt.
So where we are, the next winter storm warning kicks off this afternoon, and it continues into Friday morning. We could easily see another foot of snow or more from Michigan all the way out through New York, along with wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour. It could really get quite nasty on the roads, Robin.
It could really be that way. Trevor, thank you for braving the elements for us this morning. Ginger is here now with the track and timing. New storm on the way?
New storm, and it's going to be about the wind. So today in the Northern Plains and Great Lakes, and tomorrow it's going to be the wind, like 30 to 60 mile per hour winds. But let me talk about the snow that happened in Asheville, North Carolina. First measurable snow in nearly 3 years. That is the longest stretch they've gone without snow since records began more than 130 years ago. And look at this. Now we've got all of these advisories down to Asheville for the wind, up to Philadelphia and New York, and back into Wisconsin and Minnesota. It's with this system. It's a clipper system. It moves through fast. It's not about the snow necessarily that's flying ahead of it, but the lake effect behind it and those wind gusts. Again, easily 40 to 60, could even impact flights, I would think, tomorrow. Look at the wind chills that also happen. 7. Asheville will feel like 3 below. It'll feel like 0 Friday morning in Chicago, and we will have that touch of cold, the coldest of the season, by Saturday morning here.
All right, if you don't have the jackets out, get them out now.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much for that, Ginger. And we're going to turn now to new details on the stowaway who flew from New York to Paris and how the TSA says she slipped past security and onto that flight. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is here with the latest. And Gio, you're about to answer the question we've all been wondering for the last few days.
Yes, somewhat, Michael, because there are still so many questions here. So, you know, when you're in that security line and you see crew members going through a separate special line to go before passengers, well, that's the line that we're told this woman used, but somehow she wasn't stopped. And once on the plane and without a seat, going from bathroom to bathroom on the way to France. This morning, new details emerging about how a woman was able to stow away on a Delta flight from New York to Paris, raising serious questions about security during this busy holiday travel season. ABC News learning that Svetlana Dali accessed the TSA checkpoint through what is known as the crew member line, which allows pilots and flight attendants to bypass the regular line so they don't have to wait. But once their documents are checked, they mix in with everyone else. The TSA says Dali managed to bypass the document check podium as well as the gate agent before boarding Delta Flight 264 from JFK to Charles de Gaulle Airport. That's where flight attendants discovered her on board, questioning her boarding pass.
Well, that boarding pass is a completely different name.
A few days later, this chaotic scene erupting when they were getting ready to send Dali back to the U.S.
Please help me. I don't want to go to United States.
The incident highlighting multiple lapses in protocol at a time when airports are packed with holiday travelers. And ABC News has learned that Dali is expected to be flown back to the U.S. this afternoon from Paris. Of course, that could always change, but we'll be watching very closely to see if she'll face any charges here in America.
How could she not?
Yeah, well, that's the question right now, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Gio. We're going to have the latest now on the Chinese hacking and espionage campaign that targeted mobile phone users. ABC News has learned that information about more than 1 million customers was likely stolen. Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas is in Washington with the exclusive details. Good morning, Pierre.
George, good morning. ABC News has learned that the U.S. officials suspected a sweeping Chinese hacking and espionage campaign scooped up data on hundreds of thousands of U.S. mobile phone users, possibly stealing information of more than 1 million customers. Sources familiar with the investigation for the first time giving us a sense of the vast scope of what U.S. officials are calling a major intelligence gathering operation by the People's Republic of China, exploiting weaknesses in the networks of the nation's top telecommunications companies like AT&T and Verizon. The PRC initially appeared to have focused on a huge swath of mobile phone users, many living in and around the nation's capital. FBI and Homeland Security officials briefed reporters Tuesday that the large amount of stolen data included who the phone users were talking to, when they spoke, and where they were communicating from. The briefers declined to provide specific numbers, but ABC News was able to get a sense of the scale of victims through various sources. Once the hackers had infiltrated mobile phone networks, they then zeroed in on a smaller group of high-profile targets, secretly gaining access to their audio recordings and text messages. Some of those targeted included top officials in the Biden administration. The hackers had clear goals. Sources telling ABC News they had their sights on at least one cabinet secretary and a top White House Homeland Security advisor.
George? Spy operation still going on?
Officials admitted they cannot say with certainty that China's hackers have been fully kicked out of these telecommunications networks, and they acknowledge that they're still trying to understand the scope of this activity. And George, we're also learning in a separate case, Iranian hackers have targeted Kash Patel, President-elect Trump's nominee for FBI director.
Pierre Thomas, thanks, Michael.
All right, thank you, George. Now to the Trump transition and the growing uncertainty surrounding the president-elect's pick for defense secretary. Our senior congressional correspondent, Rachel Scott, is here with more. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning to you, Michael. Yeah, Pete Hegseth has spent days on Capitol Hill meeting with senators. He will be back again there today. But with all these allegations surrounding him, a number of Republican senators are expressing concern. And now we are learning President-elect Donald Trump is considering other options. With Donald Trump's pick to run the Pentagon in jeopardy, this morning sources tell ABC News the president-elect is considering other options for the job, including Iowa Senator Joni Ernst, Tennessee Senator Bill Hagerty, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, a one-time primary rival who is now lavishing praise on Trump and his cabinet picks.
I think Donald Trump in this pick and others, he's making sure he's getting people who have the proper posture to these institutions.
Trump's advisors have said the president-elect still backs Pete Hegseth to be his defense secretary and wants him to keep fighting. But it comes as sources tell ABC News a growing number of senators have signaled they are not behind the nominee. Hegseth making the rounds on Capitol Hill with his wife by his side, still fending off allegations of financial mismanagement, abusing alcohol, and sexual misconduct, all of which he denies. The New Yorker reporting that Hegseth was forced to step down from leading 2 conservative veterans groups, accused of excessive drinking on the job, sexually pursuing female staffers, and financially mismanaging both organizations.
Are the women that have spoken out, are they lying?
The former Weekend Fox News host on the defensive when asked directly about his past comments, saying women should not serve in combat roles.
How do you feel about the women in combat?
We have amazing women who serve in our military. Amazing women.
Do you think they should be in combat?
I think they're already in combat.
This morning, Hegseth's mother appearing for an interview on Fox News and defending her son.
Pete is a new person. He's redeemed, forgiven, changed. I think we all are after 7 years. I believe he's the man for the job.
In a 2018 email obtained by the New York Times, Penelope Hegseth accused her son of being an abuser of women who, quote, belittles, lies, cheats, sleeps around, and uses women for his own power and ego.
Pete and his wife at the time were going through a very difficult divorce. It was a very emotional time. I wrote that out of love. And about 2 hours later, I retracted it with an apology email.
Yeah, definitely more questions for Hegseth today. So we are told that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis did speak with President-elect Trump about the position and that the Florida governor did express interest in it. The two were just seen together yesterday attending a memorial service. Look, Donald Trump does not want to lose any more picks here. It was just days ago that Matt Gaetz withdrew his name for Attorney General. His pick to lead the DDA also withdrew his name yesterday.
All right. We'll see what continues to happen there. All right. Thank you, Rachel. We're going to go now overseas to South Korea and the fallout after their president declared martial law and then rescinded it. He faces calls to resign this morning. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell is in Seoul with the latest for us. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Robin. What an astonishing 24 hours of political turmoil for South Korea. As you say, around 24 hours ago, the president declares martial law, then being forced to rescind it. Thousands of people gathering here on the steps, parliamentarians trying to force their way in, the army trying to stop them. And this matters not just for South Korea, but also for the United States. Don't forget, it's a key ally, and there are around 28,000 US troops based here. This morning, South Korea's democratically elected president declaring martial law.
저는 북한 공산 세력의 위협으로부터 자유 대한민국을 수호하고.
The late night announcement claiming anti-state opponents were trying to overthrow his government. Outraged citizens flooding the streets, clashing with police and blocking military vehicles. Lawmakers rushing to parliament, barricading themselves inside. Soldiers seen breaking in through windows, trying to get through a wall of assembly members. Some staffers defending themselves with fire extinguishers. Enough lawmakers making it inside to vote, unanimously overturning martial law, forcing President Yoon into an embarrassing climb down. Troops disbanded shortly after, the US saying they weren't notified of Yoon's announcements in advance, but they're relieved President Yoon reversed course. Well, this appears to have caught many people by surprise, not least his own staffers who've offered their resignation. There are now moves underway to try and impeach the president, the political chaos subsiding, but still ongoing. George.
Okay, and thanks. We have breaking news. Let's get right to it.
George, the chief executive of UnitedHealthcare, Brian Thompson, was shot and killed outside the Hilton Hotel in Midtown Manhattan. He had been attending a conference there. The shooter took off down an alleyway around 55th Street and is currently at large. An eyewitness said he saw the shooter pacing outside the hotel prior to opening fire. So right now, police believe this may have been a targeted shooting. Thompson became chief executive of UnitedHealthcare in 2021. He's from Minnesota. He was taken in critical condition to the hospital where he died. He was not staying at the Hilton, but at some other hotel here in New York City. Police are now on their way to see what evidence they can find. Police are looking for a suspect described as a man about 6'1", wearing all black and a black face mask. Michael?
We're going to turn now to the latest on the McDonald's E. coli outbreak. Will Reeves is here with more and what health officials are saying about those quarter pounders. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Michael. Some good news courtesy of the CDC. Officials declaring the McDonald's E. coli outbreak over. Those slivered onions on McDonald's quarter pounders were the likely source of contamination. The distributor of those onions issuing a voluntary recall in October. The last case reported on October 21st. Officially, 104 people got sick. About 1/3 of those people were hospitalized across 14 states. One person in Colorado did die in the outbreak. The FDA saying there, quote, does not appear to be a continued food safety concern related to this outbreak, calling the investigation now closed. McDonald's saying these announcements provide certainty and validation that the E. coli outbreak is over.
That is great news.
Great news.
All right. Thank you, Will. Now to breaking news about popular injectable weight loss drugs. Ariel Reshef is here with the results of a new study that compared two medicines that were approved to treat obesity. Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning to you, Robin. GLP-1 drugs are reshaping the weight loss landscape, as we all know. And this morning, Eli Lilly saying new research shows its medication, Zepbound, help patients shed more weight over a shorter period of time than Novo Nordisk's Wegovy. The study included 751 people with obesity or those who were overweight with a related medical condition. After 16 months, those who took Zepbound lost 20% of their body weight. Those who took Wegovy lost just under 14%. Patients who took Zepbound dropped roughly 50 pounds compared to a 33-pound weight loss for those who took Wegovy. Experts tell us that these results are likely due to the fact that Zepbound targets two hormones in the body, while Wegovy targets just one, and the key ingredient in Zepbound is different than the key ingredient in Wegovy. Both Zepbound and Wegovy are approved for weight management for people with obesity or those who are overweight with another condition. Wegovy also has a second FDA approval to help reduce the risk of a serious heart event like a heart attack or stroke among people who are obese or those who are overweight and already have heart disease. As always, just speak to your doctor to determine if these drugs are right for you.
Okay, Ariel, thanks very much. Coming up, JonBenet Ramsey's father responds to the latest on the investigation into the 6-year-old's murder. He's now more hopeful than ever that the killer will be identified.
Also ahead, with millions of packages shipping for the holidays, the new way some people are protecting themselves from porch pirates.
In our exclusive with the Points Guy on travel trends for the new year with smart ways to save on flights.
Hope you're ready, because coming up, we're going to get you moving this morning. We're bringing you our 3 for 31 challenge with Robin Arzón. We'll be right back.
Let's just jump in the air. That's it. Yeah. That's a picture. Yes. Jump in the air. We're going to jump in the air. Here we go.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Not everyone jumped.
Okay. Everybody jump in the air this time, please.
Back here on GMA, you know, taking an office Christmas card, it's not as easy as it seems. Well, we gave it a shot. Our holiday card is upstairs right now. Oh, we've got some tight security around that holiday card. We can't wait to see how it turned out. And we'll also have some pro tips on making your festive card fun as well. And by the way, a funny clip that featured our guest this morning, Mindy Kaling. That's all coming up in our next hour.
Looking forward to talking to her. We're following a lot of headlines right now, including the Chinese hacking and espionage campaign that targeted mobile phone users. Information from about more than 1 million customers was likely stolen. Also right now, overnight, the last race in the House was called. Democrat Adam Gray defeated incumbent Republican Representative John Duarte in California's 13th congressional district. Gray was leading by less than 200 votes when Duarte conceded the race.
Also, an urgent search is underway in Pennsylvania for a missing 64-year-old woman who police say may have fallen into a 30-foot sinkhole. Elizabeth Pollard's 5-year-old granddaughter was found safe in a nearby car. Investigators say Pollard was out looking for her cat. And congratulations to Carly Lloyd. She is officially a Hall of Famer, elected to the National Soccer Hall of Fame in her first year of eligibility. Lloyd played more than 300 games for the U.S. women's national team, scoring 134 goals. She won 2 World Cup titles, 2 Olympic gold medals, and was a 2-time Women's World Player of the Year. Lloyd will be inducted into the Hall at a ceremony in Texas in May. Boy, does she deserve it. What a career. Yeah. Oh, congratulations to Carly. And we've got a lot more ahead, including the FBI asking for the public's help as they investigate a series of nighttime drone sightings. That is all coming up, George.
Right now, we have new details on the investigation into the 1996 killing of JonBenet Ramsey. Her father is speaking for the first time about reported progress in the case and why he's more hopeful than ever the killer will be found. Mola Lenghi here with the details. Good morning, Mola.
Well, good morning, George. John Ramsey, JonBenét's father, reacting this morning to the renewed public interest in his daughter's nearly 3-decade-old cold case and the renewed pressure on investigators to solve it.
Hello. This morning, the father of JonBené Ramsey, the 6-year-old beauty queen, murdered nearly 30 years ago, ready to end a painful chapter in his life. Investigators say to this day they are receiving tips in the infamous Colorado cold case.
Child murder is a horrible, horrible crime. I want this chapter closed for my family.
Sources close to the investigation telling ABC News that progress is being made and that a team of experts is combing through remaining evidence using modern tools and techniques. Still, John Ramsey telling ABC News he feels like he's being kept in the dark.
I just need some specifics from the police. Are you doing this? Are you doing this? And if the answer is yes, then I'll shut up. I'll keep my mouth shut. I don't need to keep pressuring them. But if they don't tell me what they're doing, then I've got to assume the worst.
It was John Ramsey who found his daughter dead in their Boulder, Colorado home just hours after she had gone missing the day after Christmas in 1996. Her tragic death captivating the nation, but her murder would go unsolved. It wasn't until 2008, 12 years after JonBenét's murder, that her parents and brother were finally cleared of any wrongdoing. Nearly 30 years later, John is cautiously optimistic that his daughter's killer may finally be brought to justice.
If the police will do what we've asked to do regarding DNA testing, genealogy research, I think there's a very good possibility that we will have him behind bars sooner than later.
A new Netflix docuseries, Cold Case, Who Killed JonBené Ramsey, renewing public interest in the horrific crime.
I don't really know what to think or believe.
Do you mind taking us through the day?
It was just unbelievable.
Joe Berlinger directed the 3-part series.
I'm hoping that the public pressure and the public outrage will lead to a similar result, meaning a conclusion to this case. I'm serious as can be about thinking and wanting the killer to finally be identified.
Somebody asked me once, what would you say to JonBené if you could now? And I said, look, I would say she knew she was loved. I mean, we told her that every day. But I would tell her, I'm sorry, I didn't protect you. That's a father's job.
Well, John Ramsey admitting he's actually yet to watch the docuseries, saying it's still just too painful to revisit. The Boulder Police Department says they still seek the public's help in this case and continue to receive and to follow up on tips, guys.
After all this time, Mola, thank you. Now to protecting your purchases from so-called porch pirates. Just 21 days until Christmas, Americans spent more than $40 billion between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday, which means millions of packages are set to be delivered. Eva Pilgrim is here with more. Good morning, Eva.
Yeah, we were all contributing to that shopping, weren't we? It's been a huge week for shopping. We saw record numbers for Cyber Monday sales. That means that influx of packages are now on their way. And with those deliveries comes a major problem. Porch pirates. And some of these thieves snatching packages within seconds of delivery, many looking at the packaging, targeting things like electronics. Home security company Safeway says 120 million packages were stolen off porches last year, costing consumers $16 billion. It's such a big problem. There's now insurance to cover it. A company called Porch Pals is offering a subscription that will cover the cost of your stolen packages. $120 a year covers up to $2,000 worth of deliveries or 3 claims a year. Porch Pals says your policy is linked directly to your credit or debit card, so every purchase you make with that card qualifies for the coverage. The company also saying it is the first and only subscription-based package theft coverage available in the U.S. There are some other things you can do to deter and stop these thefts. Many people have added doorbell cameras. We've seen that. You can track your packages. If you can't be home when they're being delivered, you can have your packages sent to a safe, monitored location like a pharmacy or a delivery lockbox. That's also good for making sure that people in your house don't see what presents you're buying them.
Oh,
good point.
What a sign of the times when people have to buy insurance for that.
For your packages.
Yeah,
wow.
Billions of dollars lost a year.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for that, Eva. Appreciate that. Now, with a look at travel in the upcoming new year, the Points guy Brian Kelly is here with an exclusive reveal of his 2025 travel trends report and what it means for you as you book your next trip. Brian, welcome back to the show. Break down the report for us.
Well, there's 4 key trends, and I don't want to start off like a Debbie Downer, but the number one is that travel is going to be more expensive. This past Sunday was the busiest travel day ever in the United States, almost 3.1 million travelers. And that's how travel's priced, demand. So 2 days this year, we saw 3 million plus passengers. However, all is not lost. Airfares are actually going to be about flat to start the year, but it's not airfare where people need to look at when planning that full trip cost. Lodging has gone up dramatically. And these numbers aren't all doom and gloom. A large part of the increase is that people are traveling internationally. One of the biggest trends, people are going far and wide. And the second thing is people are still traveling for experiences. You know, the Taylor Swift Eras Tour phenomenon, that's not stopping. You know, Coachella just announced an incredible lineup. Lady Gaga. I know a lot of people are going to be traveling towards cultural events, Rio Carnival. I now see tons of my friends rebooking this. In fact, 47% of expected travel in 2025 is related to cultural events and festivals. And people just want to have fun.
And how do you save when you're having fun?
So that all is not lost here. Now, one of the unfortunate trends is the airlines have they're doing what's called unbundling, right? So the airfares are remaining about even, but they're starting to charge us for all the things we used to get for free. But I'm still a big advocate, and even though frequent flyer miles are getting a little bit less valuable to use, that's really where you get value, because the airlines are now charging dynamic pricing, even for checked bags, where you don't even know how much your bag will be. But getting the airline co-brand, so if you fly any airline a couple times a year, that co-brand credit card is usually under $100, and just the sign-up bonus for getting it is usually $500 to $600. So being savvy, getting the credit card of the airline you fly the most, it'll let you board early. The airlines are now cracking down on that too. Well, they're going to shame you if you try to board early. So instead of trying to sneak in, just get the co-brand credit card, bank the miles, which will help you save, and it'll make travel much smoother.
We always appreciate your insight. Our viewers really get a kick out of you and the great deals. One viewer in particular from Charleston, West Virginia, had a really great question for you, saying that oftentimes we highlight trips that originate in big cities like LA or New York, and the viewer is saying, well, what about if you're coming from a smaller city? How can you save money there?
That is a great point, and I apologize to my small city folk out there, because it is tough. When you're flying from a small city with limited air service, especially internationally, they gouge you. Because what they do, the airlines price based on competition. So if you're from a small airport, we looked at Charleston, West Virginia to Rome, $2,000 in economy. But experts in the industry, this is what you can do. You can do what's called positioning flights. And this is how you save up to 40%. So if you were to just buy Charleston to Chicago round trip for $300, and then you book your international trip, Chicago to Rome, however, there are risks to this. So if you have separate tickets, if your flight before is delayed and you miss the main flight to Rome. But this is what I encourage people. In this example, you could save $750 by booking 2 separate tickets. Go the night before, get a cheap hotel in Chicago. Because if you and your spouse and kids are each saving $750 by doing that, go the night before, see a show, and you're still going to come out way ahead. But yeah, learning how to use maybe Southwest Airlines miles to get you to one of those major cities, and then you buy your international tickets from the big cities where there's tons of competition.
There's no stumping you. I love this. So the viewers keep bringing in these great questions like that, and you have the perfect answer. Thank you, Brian, as always.
Thanks for having me.
Now, with our play of the day at TikTok, naming their top artists and songs on the platform, and Larry's here to break it down. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning, Michael. You know, TikTok really has revolutionized the way we listen to music and discover it. It can literally put new artists on the map and make them superstars seemingly overnight. Well, this morning, TikTok is releasing its end of the year recap, and GMA has the exclusive first look. We're going to start with TikTok's #1 U.S. artist, DJ Lily. Play that song. That's Sabrina Carpenter serving up a little jolt of energy with her hit, Espresso. Yes. Carpenter has had an amazing year thanks to her tour. Also, by the way, joining Taylor Swift on several stops of the Eras tour did not hurt. She's got 6 Grammy nominations, and her song Taste was used in, guys, more than 15 million TikTok videos. She is just on fire. Another superstar who gave us a new sound in 2024 and went viral in the process was Billie Eilish. Yeah, that's Birds of a Feather, inspiring so many dance moves and trends. And it took Eilish to number 4 on the list behind Carpenter, Ice Spice, and NLE Choppa. And now we want to talk about some newcomers that really broke through on the platform, like up-and-coming rapper Lay Banks. 20 years old. The Philadelphia native's song Tell Your Girlfriend went to number 3 on TikTok in the U.S. She's also a top 10 TikTok artist. Amazing the way that this platform can change an artist's life. We want to get to the top song on TikTok, though, for 2024 in the U.S. You may not know the name of the song, but you know the beat. $1 Million Baby by Tommy Richmond. That song has been everywhere this year. I knew you knew it. And to top it off, TikTok's global top 10 songs inspired 200 million TikTok creations, 8 billion streams on Spotify. It's an amazing platform. And thank
really
you,
is.
TikTok, for the exclusive.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Winter blast on the move. Parts of the Midwest and Northeast bracing for more snow. The whiteout conditions on the roads. A train crashes into a tractor trailer stuck on the tracks in the snow. Oh my God. Ginger's tracking a new storm, and the deep freeze on the way.
Spotify wrapping up 2024, revealing the top streaming artists and songs that kept us singing all year long, with history-making charts. And where does Taylor Swift land on the list?
And we're spreading Christmas cheer, revealing our GMA holiday card, putting our own twist on a viral TikTok trend. Plus, tips from the pros on snapping the best family photo as we say cheese. And Good Morning America.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA.
You cannot accuse us of not being trendy. We're on the trend, right? 21 days until Christmas. Lara upstairs with something special. Lara?
I'm the new security guard, protecting our top secret holiday card, making sure nobody peeks. We want to open it so badly and see what's inside. We had a blast taking the photos inspired by a fun TikTok trend, and we will show you the results coming up. But for now, I'm on duty.
All right. Doing a good job, too. All right. Also ahead, as the weather gets colder, Dr. Darian Sutton is here with an alert about whooping cough. It's spiking with the highest levels in more than a decade.
Okay, we're going to get into that. First, look at the top stories breaking at 8, starting with a new storm that's on the move. More snow on the way from Michigan to the Northeast. Trevor Ault is in Adams, New York. Good morning, Trevor.
Hey, good morning again, George. So we are in a very brief gap between some dangerous weather systems. They've already had close to 4 feet of snow piled up here. Some spots had 5.5 feet easily, and now we're likely going to see even more snow dumped on top of this. And we've seen how deadly that can be across this region. In Erie, Pennsylvania, I-90 was closed for several hours because of a multi-vehicle crash. All around town, we saw several vehicles abandoned there, and not too far away, a very scary moment when a truck got stuck in the snow on some train tracks. The driver was able to get out of the way, but a train then just barreled right through that truck. We've also seen some new states of emergency. In Ohio, they had to shut down a school because the roof collapsed under the weight of all the snow on that roof. And now, as this new system moves across, we could easily be looking at another foot of snow or more across this region. And add on top of that some gusting winds, too. That can really make those roads treacherous. As we know, this has already been deadly winter weather, George.
Sure has. Okay, Trevor, thanks. Let's go to Ginger with the latest on the track and timing of the new storm.
George, it's been nearly 3 years since Asheville, North Carolina had measurable snow, but they got it yesterday, and they had just about 3/10 of an inch, but west of them got even more. A lot of people are still, in trouble and don't have places to stay because of Hurricane Helene, so this cold and snow is not easy, but we are going to be seeing the freeze alerts all the way south to Florida, which I'll show you, but most importantly, it's going to be about the wind with this system. South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, and then over into the Northeast through Appalachia. Appalachia, where we have a blizzard warning. You can expect wind gusts of 30 to even 60 miles per hour. That is potentially impacting flights by tomorrow in the Northeast. So we'll watch for that. Look, we stopped the clock there at 2 p.m. 47 mile per hour gust in Atlantic City. The lake effect snow in the lee of this system, when the Clipper moves through and then the cold air moves over the lakes, could produce an additional 1 to 2 feet in some of the heaviest bands. And the wind chills, there they are for Friday morning. It'll feel as cold as 3 below in Asheville, 1 below for Indianapolis. It'll feel like 13 in Philadelphia. Michael.
Wow. You say you stop the clock at 2 p.m. Can you stop the temperature about 70? We take that too.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Ginger. We're going to turn now to the FBI and New Jersey authorities asking for the public's help as they navigate a series of nighttime drone sightings. Aaron Katersky is back with more on these sightings there, and they're raising a lot of concern.
Sure are. It's a real mystery. And from the Hindenburg to War of the Worlds, people have been watching the skies over New Jersey for decades. Of late, they've seen clusters of drones flying creepily overhead. This has been a regular thing in central New Jersey, night after night for a couple of weeks now. These drones have been described as larger than what a hobbyist might fly and as loud as a small plane. The sheriff of Morris County said the drone activity has been observed by many, and now the FBI is getting involved, asking the public to report all sightings and send in video. Some of the drones have flown pretty close to Picatinny Arsenal military base and to President-elect Trump's Bedminster Golf Club. So the FAA has now restricted drone flights near both. This morning, authorities are acknowledging the public's concern about these unexplained drone sightings, but Robin, they say there's no immediate danger to the public at this time.
But there is great concern, and rightfully so.
Sure, sure.
All right, Aaron, thank you. Now to breaking news about popular injectable weight loss drugs. Ariel Reshef is back with the results of a new study that compared 2 medicines approved to treat obesity. Good morning again, Ariel.
Good morning again to you, Robin. GLP-1 drugs are reshaping the weight loss landscape, and this morning Eli Lilly saying new research shows its medication Zepbound helped patients shed more weight over a shorter period of time than Novo Nordisk Wegovy. The study included 751 people with obesity or those who were overweight with a related medical condition. After 16 months, those who took Zepbound lost 20% of their body weight. Those who took Wegovy lost just under 14%. Patients who took Zepbound dropped roughly 50 pounds compared to a 33-pound weight loss for those who took Wegovy. Experts tell us these results are likely due to the fact that Zepbound targets 2 hormones in the body while Wegovy targets just 1, and the key ingredient in Zepbound is different than the key ingredient in Wegovy. Both Zepbound and Wegovy are approved for weight management for people with obesity or those who are overweight with another condition. Wegovy also has a second FDA approval to help reduce the risk of a serious heart event like a heart attack or stroke among people who are obese or those who are overweight and already have heart disease. Experts we talked to say not all patients need the most amount of weight loss, so both of these medications can be really beneficial, so you should check with your doctor to see what's right for you. George.
Okay, Ariel, thanks very much. Coming up in our GMA Morning Menu, we revealed the GMA holiday card. We're going to show you how we capture the moment. Plus, we have some top photographers here with tips on how you can make the most of your holiday photos.
Also ahead, we're kicking off our 3 for 31 challenge. Look at that, our girl Robin Arzón. Easy ways to up your activities and get moving before the new year.
Can't wait to see you do that. All right. Plus, Tori is upstairs with some great gift ideas, cool socks, eye-catching jewelry, and much more. The bargain started less than $10. Now you can start shopping now on our website. And Lara's with a special guest. Hey, Lara.
I am, Michael. I'm so happy. Mindy Kaling is here. So happy that she's in-house to talk about the new season of her hit show, The Sex Lives of College Girls. We'll have that and so much more from our friend right here on GMA coming up.
We are back now with our GMA cover story. The holidays in full swing. Just come by our studio and you'll see.
Yes.
And if you're
the elves have been busy.
If you're sending your holiday card, it's still on your to-do list. We are here to help you.
I'm so glad because it is still on my to-do list. And we're going to reveal, by the way, our 2024 GMA Christmas card in a moment, and I think you're going to like it. But first, the owners of Take Aim Photography, Amy Trahant and Lisa, please pronounce your last name. Bousquet. They are here to teach us all the tips, all the tricks, and I want to get right into it with you both. All right, so what's the number 1 tip?
Okay, so location.
Location is
one
key.
thing. Yeah, we tell people to get outside. find things in your.
Just don't resonate as much.
And if you do stay inside, use the window as your light.
But not behind you.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the trick.
And Amy, clothing. That's what something.
The number one question that we get asked is clothing.
So what is your suggestion?
All the time. It's
Do you
so
want us to
stressful for
match?
people. It doesn't matter. What I want to tell you is that it doesn't have to be stressful. Look at catalogs. I remember when I was first starting out, I thought it was going to be hard, and then I picked up a J. Crew catalog, and I was like, oh, they already did the homework. I can do that. Look at Pinterest, look at Instagram, look all over the place. They're there. The work's already been done. Get inspired by it. You don't have to think so hard.
Right. I like that idea. Do you like it when you see the family all in white or all in pajamas? Or do you think that's too matchy-matchy?
I always tend to ask the family, what do they like first?
Yeah, because that really is, at the end of the day.
It's personal, but you don't have to do that. Again, what is your style? What do you like?
Yeah.
Sometimes I even tell the mom or the dad, or it's usually the mom, but I'll say, what do you like to wear? And then go from there.
That's
or
fair.
pick the kid's outfit and go from there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
We're going to go high tech here. Can AI help us with this?
Yeah.
Oh.
AI. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I love photography, but AI is here, and I'm embracing it. With a click of a button, I can turn myself into a Disney character. I do it to all my friends, bring it at dinner parties, my iPhone, and just with a click of a button with some apps.
What are we seeing there on camera? What's AI generated there?
Oh, that's us. So that was a company picture that we took of ourselves.
You do not look like a Disney character.
And I know,
horrible.
that's not a Disney character, but we do love the way our skin looks. Yeah. It just animates it. And it's literally the click of a button.
Okay.
There's an app called Tune Me that I really like. There's one called Pic Collage that's really cool. I try and go for the easy ones. I don't want any work.
And you like those two as
and
they're easy?
love them. But
that's critical.
Okay, what do you do with
I
your,
look, even
your
like right
hands?
now, I'm like,
What do we do with our hands? We connect people.
Okay.
If we were a family, we would all hug in.
Act like we like each other.
We use props a lot.
Props?
Props?
Yeah. Can we discuss props? Are you a fan or
Wait
foe?
a second. This is when I go to a photo shoot, usually with kids. This is the first thing I put on.
Oh wow!
It gets people going,
Oh,
and
I
then
really need those.
I usually, we'll do this, we'll do this. Props are just fun, and they accent everything.
So you mentioned kids. Kids can be tricky because, especially when they're little, I remember trying to wrangle Duff and Kate. Not always the easiest. So props probably help with that, keep them busy. What other tips do you have if we want to incorporate kids and pets?
These are also good too if you have props like this, because I find even if it's just a blank piece of paper. Well, you can add.
That's really funny.
But if you can write Happy Holidays.
Yes, so you can
easily
give them something to
on
do.
like an app.
Put them in charge. Put
them
in charge.
And the kids have to be the bosses on our shoots.
Okay.
We have to play. Play is, really
please. Can I just please? So now we want you guys. We want you guys to judge us because we have done our holiday card.
Okay,
we leave you.
Lisa and Amy, thank you. Thank you for your expert advice.
Thank you for those.
We have our personal photographer extraordinaire, Heidi. Heidi, you're great.
The legend.
Here at ABC. And you helped us yesterday when we were all here with this cardboard box because we saw it on TikTok. It's like all the rage. So what are your tips if somebody wants to try this at home?
This is so much fun. For this one, we use the iPhone, and we use it on portrait mode.
I was surprised to see you with
I know,
an
we decided
iPhone.
to try it with an iPhone because just about everybody has a camera on their phone, so it's really, really easy to use.
Right.
And then we use the non-LED lights with it because that syncs better with the iPhone. And then we used a ring light set on a warm setting to brighten up faces.
And a ring light is something that's not just for professional use. You can get them on any of the sites, and they really do make a difference.
They do make a difference.
You make a difference. You make us look good.
Thank you.
We don't need AI. We don't need AI with this one right here.
We've got our judges. We've got our experts. Are we ready? Are you ready for the big reveal?
Are you guys ready for the big reveal? Thank you, Heidi.
All right, it's time. I have been guarding this all morning long. And Robin, are you ready? I believe we have a drum roll, little drummer boy. And here it is, the holiday card. What do you think, everybody? Oh yes, the reaction is
Extraordinary. Hollywood Squares.
It looks great.
It is the happiest of holidays.
It really is.
Good old Brady Bunch.
It's hard to believe that the quality of this was an iPhone. It's really amazing what you can do at home. So you don't need to be hiding with a professional eye, with a little ring light and a little patience and some props.
Amy and Lisa, what do you think? I see you looking.
We love it.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
We kind of did a Brady Bunch
job,
vibe. We did the box because of the TikTok trend, and then we went with the props. And it's our own version of Brady Bunch. America,
where did you get that phone for Michael? That's what I want.
You read my mind. Who am I calling?
Santa. The Santa's hotline.
The fact
Michael.
that Lara's got the Nutcracker is probably my favorite part.
That's my
and a beret.
And a beret because
Thank you, Heidi. Thank you.
I look like
and
that
thank you
teenager
to you guys for the great tips. Hopefully that helps everybody. And Merry Christmas. Let's get it started. The party continues.
Okay.
I just want to know if they used AI, or is that what we really look like? I can't tell. We'll find out. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, everybody.
Now to a GMA health alert, the alarming rise in whooping cough cases across the country with the highest levels we've seen in years. Our medical correspondent, Dr. Darian Sutton, is here with more. And Doc, we say the highest number we've seen in years. How many cases are we seeing?
Nearly 27,000. Michael, we're talking about an infection called whooping cough, as you said. Yeah. This leaves you with violent coughing fits, often breathless after these coughing fits, and then gasping for air, which is where the name whooping comes from. That number, 27,000, is the highest we've seen since 2012. And so we're expecting to see more because this is likely an underestimate, as you can imagine, many people not getting tested.
So you talked about coughing, all these different things. Are there any symptoms that lead up to that?
Yeah, well, symptoms that lead up to it often include nasal congestion, flu-like symptoms, and then these coughing fits can last up to 3 months. And I also want to remark, because there's a note that I forgot, the states that we're seeing the highest numbers include here in New York, Pennsylvania, as well as Wisconsin, and also in the West, Washington, as well as California.
3 months?
Yeah, 3 months.
Wow, that is serious. What about treatment and prevention?
So treatment often includes antibiotics, but I think for parents out there who are wondering what to look for when you should get treatment, as an emergency physician, I'm seeing more and more patients coming in with respiratory illnesses. And just to note in terms of what to look for red flags for infants, if you notice that they're grunting or they're having nasal flaring or they're belly breathing, or even for infants, that they're changing their position and leaning forward, these are signs of respiratory distress and that you need treatment and assessment quickly. And how do we prevent this? With vaccines. This is protected with one of the routine vaccinations that's recommended for children. But Michael, the rates are declining. More than 250,000 children currently are in kindergarten and not up to date on their vaccines. And it's one of the reasons why we're seeing these outbreaks.
Oh, wow. It's a good message to parents out there.
Yeah,
definitely
make sure
get the
you
vaccines.
Check those vaccines, as well as adults. We get it about every 10 years.
All right, Doc, thank you so much for that. Really important. All right, Lara, over to you.
Michael, thank you so much. We're going to begin pop news this morning with our very first look at the brand new trailer for Disney's Snow White. And one of the movie's new original songs is called Waiting on a Wish. Check this out, guys.
This is our kingdom, but now we're here to take it back.
You were saying?
I'm sorry, my dear. Did I frighten you?
The live-action musical reimagining of the 1937 classic stars Rachel Zegler in the title role and Gal Gadot as the evil queen. Ooh. And behind the music are EGOT winners Binge Pasdek and Justin Paul. They also did The Greatest Showman. The movie's also produced by Mark Platt and Jared LaBeouf, the same team as a little movie you might have heard of called Wicked. So I have a feeling Snow White's about to be slightly popular. Snow White set to hit the big screen March 21st, 2025. Do not miss it.
Something to look forward to.
Rachel's fantastic in it, guys. Also trending this morning in music news, we already know that Sabrina Carpenter is TikTok's top artist of the year. And just minutes ago, Spotify released its highly anticipated 2024 Wrapped, celebrating the artists and creators who helped make it a record-breaking year. All right, we're going to start with Spotify's #1 most streamed artist for 2024 with over 26 billion streams globally. I know it's hard to imagine, but it's Taylor Swift, everybody. Congratulations, Taylor. So well deserved. The Grammy winner nabbing the #1 spot for the second year in a row thanks to record-setting streams of The Tortured Poets Department. Goodness, I love that album. It's also Spotify's most streamed album of 2024. But the most streamed song of 2024 goes to a different artist, and yep, it's Sabrina. Sabrina Carpenter and Espresso with 1.6 billion million streams. It's just unbelievable.
It's crazy.
And
Yeah,
it's just, I mean, really. It's also a Spotify history making first. All of the top 5 most streamed albums around the world are by female artists.
Yes.
Isn't that great? Taylor, Sabrina, Billie Eilish is on the list, Karol G, and Ariana Grande rounding out the top 5. And for the first time, Spotify is also revealing their Wrapped for audiobooks with Sarah J. Maas, the author of the popular A Court of Thorn and Roses series. She's at the number 1 and number 4 spots, along with The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R. Tolkien, I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, and It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Yeah, that's the list of the top 5. Congratulations to all of these creators and their fans.
When I saw Taylor in New Orleans,
your pal,
her special guest was Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was really special.
Oh, that's really, I just love her. Her energy is so contagious. And espresso, I mean, I need a jolt right now. All right, in movie news, nothing is mission impossible for this guy, Mr. Tom Cruise. The 4-time Oscar nominee has been in more than 40 movies in his career, and he's about to do something he's never done before. I didn't know there was anything left. But there is, and it's a horror film, guys. Overnight, we learned that Cruise is attached to the supernatural thriller Deeper from Edge of Tomorrow director Doug Liman, who... Is it Lyman or Lehman? It's Lyman. Thank you so much, George. Doug Lyman, and you know what? Emily just told me that. I'm trying to do too much this morning. We can all relate. Doug, thank you. Doug just recently said that he's so excited to make a scary movie because it's something neither he or Tom has ever done. The film is about an astronaut who encounters something really terrifying while on a deep dive into a water trench that no human has ever explored before. That sounds really scary. Deeper has been in development for almost a decade. First, Bradley Cooper was attached, then Idris Elba was attached, but now it's going to Cruise. He will go deeper with this film. It's in development right now, and that's pop news.
Thank you, Lara. Mindy Kaling's next.
Welcome back to GMA, live from Times Square.
Already laughing with our friend Mindy Kaling, actor, writer, producer, best-selling author, and one of the shows she created, The Sex Lives of College Girls, just premiered its 3rd season. Love this show. Interesting.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
interesting family viewing with our college girls.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us about season 3.
Thank you. I don't think of it as a family show. No one has ever characterized it as that. I mean, I just feel lucky to be with all 4 of you. This is like I'm with the Avengers. This is so fun. They didn't just like push me into a corner with like, you know, this is nice. Thank you for all being here.
What can you tell us about season 3?
It's great. They're sophomores in the school, and you guys, you know, from the title, it's a pretty, you know, it's like a fun show. It's a little edgy and risque, but it's also about girl friendships and roommates in college and being away from home for the first time.
Yeah. And I've read that this cast really does look up to you. One of them called you her god. It must be fun to work with these young people.
That was like, I did hear that, and I was like, yes, that was very nice for her to say that about me. I mean, I remember being that age and being terrified and coming into the business and wanting mentorship. So if someone thinks of me that way, it makes me feel good, you know, so that was very nice.
Yeah, talk a little bit more about that, because I'm wondering how it was when you were fresh out of college and you were the young one in the writer's room versus now.
Well, I was terrified and ambitious and wanted everyone to like me. And so I think getting affirmation from people who are really busy and really successful and have better things to do is like what I lived for when I was that age. So I think, I mean, you must feel this all the time, that if you can take the time to do that, especially when you're busy and have children and everything, it's just a nice thing to do. I should do it more often, but yeah.
Well, all that ambition worked out for you.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a look at a clip of what you're working on now. Let's check it out.
Oh my God! Stop! I know her. You know this assailant? Oh my God.
She's not an assailant, Mom. This is my sorority sister, Ashley.
I'm sorry, Ashley. Since January 6th, we have a no-tolerance policy for strawberry blonde women running at me.
Oh my God, no. I'm fine. My spine took the brunt of it. Let me help you with those. My new sister. Not sister. That's never okay.
The writing is so brilliant.
So good.
Thank you.
And that character, Whitney, her mom, is the senator, on the show. You say you always had this fascination with politicians' kids and when they go to college.
Yeah, well, I'm around the same age as Chelsea Clinton and Jenna Bush, and so I always thought that was so glamorous that they went to college and their parents were president, you know, and Karenna Gore and Kristen Gore, and I don't know, we thought that'd be really fun to have this character, Aaliyah, whose mom was a senator, and what that would be like to try to go to college and make mistakes, but then also be in the public eye like that. And so, yeah, and Sherry Shepherd is so funny.
Oh my gosh,
She's
the
so
writing,
funny.
and she just, with your words and Sherry's comedic timing, it's fantastic.
As a senator who really cares about her reputation and her daughter not doing anything embarrassing, and then Aaliyah, who plays her daughter, is so funny. Like, she wants to be responsible, but also have fun and go to frat parties. So that dynamic is really fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of material to work with there. We know firsthand as parents of sophomores in college.
Yes, I was going to say, you have children, you have daughters in college.
Yes,
and
who are sophomores, literally, like we are living your show. Hopefully not exactly.
Does the Sex Lives of College Girls, is that a show that you're like, should I watch this or
If
not?
my girls are living the show, they don't let me know.
They're smart, which is good. That's good for them.
Switching gears, please. Our daughters all thank us.
Exactly.
I want to talk about your kids.
Yes.
They're little guys, and as you can see, we are holidayed up at GMA. What do you take time off? Do you have any special traditions that you've started?
If they were here, they would be knocking all this over. I have a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 9-month-old. And so, yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, I mean, one of the traditions we have, like, I grew up with Santa and just loving that. And so one of the traditions we have is that my friend BJ Novak dresses up as Santa.
Oh my gosh.
And we create this whole thing where we're making hot chocolate in the house, the doorbell rings, and it's him dressed as Santa. And he's like, "Whoa, the sleigh broke down. I need to come in and take a rest while we refuel." And then the kids get to meet Santa, and he asks them if they've been good or bad, and then he leaves, and they're so excited. But the 7-year-old, it's going to be interesting this year because I feel like she might not have it. The 4-year-old, we're not sure.
Because they see him not, like, I hope he's
they know
very
him
well
very
disguised.
well, yes. And he's a good actor, but
it's a tough role.
And he wears
but so far you pulled it off.
So far we pulled it off. This is going to be the year where we hope the oldest one will be chill and not ruin it for the younger two.
Yeah, no, I think you have time.
Yeah.
I feel confident in this.
Yeah.
BJ's acting skills.
Yeah, and he wears like the pillow under the suit and ho, 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 hello, little children.
That's so adorable.
I know, it's a very funny character.
I'm glad you mentioned him because we love all your new stuff, but boy, do we love The Office.
Well, I think he's taking a lot of inspiration from Michael Scott in a Santa suit, which is we always put Steve Carell in this outfit. Like, it felt like it was so funny to us, the writers, that we did it multiple times a year.
So great. You not only just want to tell everybody you have another one coming in February. Tell us about your project with Kate Hudson in a quickie.
Yes, a show. It's based on the life of Jeannie Buss. It's about one of the only female owners of an NBA team. It is so funny. She's amazing in it. I mean, obviously everyone knows she's funny and beautiful, but she is just doing such amazing work on the show. I can't wait for people to see it.
Oh, we can't wait to see it. We also can't wait to see the new episodes of The Sex Lives of College Girls. It debuts Thursdays on Max. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
The holiday season is here, and this time of year, people, well, come on, we just tend to fall back on our health goals. So why wait on the new year? This December, I'm teaming up with our fabulous contributor, Robin Arzón, for an exciting new challenge to encourage, the small daily changes to help stay active and see results before 2025.
This run is going to be hard for sure.
With exactly 4 weeks to go until 2025, it's time to get a jump start on those New Year's resolutions.
I almost didn't get out of bed today, and I'm so glad I did.
Even during the busiest time of the year, reclaiming self-care and setting those exercise habits can make all the difference.
Working out for me is now just part of my life. I need it. I crave it, and it really calms my nerves during the holidays.
But making time for movement is not always easy, and so often it's delayed.
The holidays are such a busy time that the sooner you can get started, I think the more successful you will be, so that when it comes time for that actual kind of New Year's resolution rush, you'll already kind of be well on your way.
For many, a lifelong commitment to exercise can be a lifesaver. According to a recent study in the British Medical Journal, even just 30 minutes of brisk walking 5 days a week can cut your risk of dying from any cause by about a third.
And I'm moving my body in ways that are going to make me feel good and allow me to go out into the world and make the impact that I know that I want to make.
So what do you say? Let's get started right now. It's not up here. Oh, I tell you what, here is Robin Arzón, and can we just give it up for this beautiful, dynamic, who's got us moving, and we can already check off your accountability calendar because you've been moving it. Everyone here has been moving it.
We're in here.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about the challenge. How it all came
the
about.
3 for 31 challenge is a movement challenge where we are committing to moving 30 minutes a day, every day in December, or 3 miles on foot. And you can mix it up. I got my run in this morning. You see folks lifting weights here. Maybe it's walking little man Luke. Pilates, yoga, working out with me at Peloton. It all counts. It's just a matter of starting now, moving before the new year.
And I have a witness. I usually take the elevator. I walked up the steps, 2 flights of steps to get up here. And Mike, yes, I did, Michael.
Michael confirmed.
he was wondering, like, what? And it's not easy to do with heels. It's not. Talk about something. You can talk about habit stacking. What is that about?
Habit stacking. It's the idea that you are layering in a new habit with an old habit. I know some folks at home are thinking, Robin, I don't have time. Replace I don't have time with it doesn't matter, and then see how it feels. And habit stacking is all about layering in this new movement habit with something you already do. Are you going to call a friend? Do it on a walk. Are you trying to meet up with a girlfriend? Do it, perhaps as it's a yoga class that you're taking together.
Right. I know, because my team, my glam fam, they're in on it. They want to do it as well. We're going to hold each other accountable. I mean this. Where's Eva Loren?
That's me.
Okay, hey you.
Hi.
You have a question for Robin?
I do.
Okay, what is it?
So folks want to know, how do you stay consistent through the whole 31 days? What are your tips?
Consistent movement is the greatest form of self-love. So we are going to start by putting in the calendar our workouts. By Sunday, I want you to plan your entire week's worth of movement. Schedule it like an important meeting with yourself. Number 2, find an accountability buddy. Phone a friend. I called you, Robin. I said, are we going to do 3 for 31 this month? Robin said she's in. I heard Michael said he's in.
Good try.
And then embrace shorter workouts. We're not going to have 30 minutes lying around, 5, 10, 15 minutes. That adds up. And then lastly, track your progress. Go ahead and check off in that calendar every day you accomplish the challenge.
And I like how you say you do 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here. It all adds up. People think, oh, well, I don't have 30 minutes all. If you can, that's great. Because we've seen, like in the piece, just a brisk walk, it decreases your chances if you become ill.
Yes, absolutely. Little by little amounts to a lot.
Okay. All right. And so I got a final question. We always say should. We got to eliminate should, right? Eliminate should.
We say it all the time. I should work out. I should get my steps in. I should drink more water. Replace should with will. I will get my steps in, and then, this is the clincher, add a reason. I should get my steps in because I want to be there for my family. That is the most powerful statement. So your should detox is will plus reason equals purpose.
I love that. That's what I feel like I'm on the bike with you right now, because that's what you always do. You always give us a little nugget like that. So what else can you say for folks that are like, they're right on the fence? And even if, I know we started at the beginning of the month, but if you want to start right now,
Start today. Okay. We do not have to wait until January 1st to change our lives. We're going to own the pen to the stories that we're writing, and we're going to start small. It's kind of intimidating when you're starting something new, but what if it starts with a 10-minute walk today? We actually, honestly, we waste a lot of time on our phones, scrolling through emails, scrolling through social media. What if you reclaimed some of that agency and time back with a movement practice this month?
Just think about how you will be starting a new year. Do it right now.
One step ahead.
All right, so we're going to keep checking in. All right. I'll be taking on the challenge myself. Many in the GMA team are going to take it as well. Make sure to scan the QR code. Head to our website for more on the 3 for 31 challenge. And go to GMA's Instagram to share your progress. Ask any questions. Hey, we might, just like Eva Loren, we might ask your question to Robin next week.
That could be you.
Okay? It may be your featured question. Coming up, Tori Johnson is here. Deals and steals, gifts for everyone on your list, from loungewear to candles, and give yourself the gift of movement. 30 minutes a day, everybody. Let's do it. Woo!
We got it.
All right, I love that jingle right there. That means holiday shopping is in full swing, and Tori Johnson's here with deals and steals, gifts for everyone on your list with everything from loungewear to body care.
To bling.
To bling. Good morning,
okay,
Tori. Let's
I've got
go.
a little extra smile on my face. This is Nadri making their GMA deals debut because
Beautiful.
Mindy Kaling said, oh my gosh, that necklace is gorgeous. Then Lara said that necklace is gorgeous. I gave Mindy one to take home with her because she thought it was so gorgeous.
awesome.
And I agree. Everything here looks like diamonds. It looks like the real thing because that's what they specialize in. They use the highest quality cubic zirconia stones, all hand set and then plated in just the precious metals that you expect. It's hard to distinguish these from the real thing. They look so gorgeous. I mean, hello, how about some compliments
You're
from
looking
you?
fantastic.
Thank you, thank you.
Honestly, I thought we were at the Oscars.
Keep it coming,
Just
keep
saying.
it coming. 50% off on these. The earrings start at $17.50. Really
deal.
gorgeous options.
I love
Okay,
candles.
birthday coming in. Look at this one. Look at the date that happens to be on that.
November 21st. That's a
Look at
very
that,
special
whose
day.
birthday? So they have 365
sounds
birth
good.
dates, obviously, and they use a combination with this line of numerology, astrology, tarot readings to create these really specific scents to each birthday. So you can customize, obviously, the birthday of your choice. We have the anniversary candle that celebrates the unique bond between two people. And then we also have their wish candles. That yellow one right there, grab that yellow one. Smell that happiness one. I think it smells so nice.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Aren't you happy? Yeah, I thought it was me that you're happy with, but the candle helps, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm always happy with
exactly.
you. This
So
adds a
does
little
50% off on this whole collection. Really beautiful gifts starting at $22.50.
Thank you, there.
Okay. Truly, this is a social media sensation. This is all about body care for smooth skin. So, smooth skin, thinking about shaving. They've got pre-shave prep, shave butters, after shave care. That one right there is this like whipped butter.
body butter.
It smells so good. It leaves thin,
I love the
scaly-
colors.
So it's like unicorn colors there. All of the products have a really nice scent, but most importantly, they're hydrating, clean, vegan, and cruelty-free. So you can just feel really great with these. No more irritation, bumps, ingrowns. Goodbye to all of that. Hello, 50% off starting at $7.
All right, love that,
Okay,
love that.
all right. This is my favorite.
lounging
PJ
around.
Harlow. This is their brand new French terry fabric that we have in these, they call them the boyfriend sweat set. You get the top and the bottom. The bottom's great because they're high-waisted. Don't worry about any low-rise stuff around here. It's high-waisted for extraordinary comfort. We also have bra 30. This is the tank top that everybody loves. We have these in 6 different styles, 7 different colors. These 2 sets right here in front, 9 different colors. If you want to give the gift of comfort to yourself or someone you love,
Something for everybody.
you got it. 50% off starts at $18.
Great deal there.
Yeah.
Socks.
Socks. Happy socks. Happy socks. So the colors are instant smiles, but then your feet are going to be really happy because they're incredibly durable. They've got reinforced heels and toes, so there's not going to be any holes coming around there. The colors are fun and fabulous. Plus, it's a nice, it's a really soft cotton. They use what's called a breezy comb cotton, so it's got like a nicer, softer feel than your ordinary
kinda
cotton.
brush.
Yeah, so soft. We've got sets, 2, 3, 4 packs, all of them 55% off. The sets also in boxes ready for gifting, starting at $14.
And it's got puppies on.
The little
Love it.
puppies. And then finally, Wolferman's Bakery.
Food.
This is literally the gift of the most delicious breakfast. They're English muffins. They're thicker than normal. So look at these right here. They're a little bit thicker than normal, than most of them. And that means they're going to withstand any topping. So often you go to put the topping on, so whether it's jams, butters, and the whole thing falls apart. That's not going to happen with these. Plus, they've got these teeny air pockets. That's their signature formula, so that when you toast it, every bunch has that perfect crispy taste that you love. You get that little crunch. We've got all of their varieties from the classic cinnamon raisin blueberry multigrain honey. There is an option for everyone. The sets come boxed for gifting. They're 50% off starting at $20.
Like they say, thicker than a Snicker.
There you go. Oh, is that what they
I
say?
like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you say. I'm good with it.
Tori, thank you as always. And we partner with these companies on all these great deals. So you, at home, go to goodmorningamerica.com to find all of these offers. And Tori will be back with even more gifts tomorrow. Okay.
What a morning.
Yes.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.